What's up fam, this is Legato from Omega Alpha. In this video we're going to go over another chunk of upcoming projects. We hit everything from the real early ones with little itsy bitsy followings, to the very interesting ones that have a huge amount of potential, all the way up to the possible bangers that could make you some money if things go right. We're going to quickly go through them rapid fire with the goal of throwing a ton of stuff at you real quick. As always, I am not a financial advisor. This is not to be taken as financial advice. Omega Alpha has gotten whitelists for most projects that I mention here, and occasionally I am affiliated with one, so I like to be transparent and disclose that up front. Even if you're deep in the trenches of the NFT game, I promise you that you have not heard of every single project on this list. Unless you're an Omega Alpha, because then you're kind of cooler than everybody else. But anyway, let's get into it. First up is the Dimensionals. It's labeled as a free-to-own RPG, and they aim to be the next big Web3 gaming franchise. As of the time of recording this video, their Twitter has over 150k followers and has been blowing up. With the way that they're launching this game, a lot of people have made comparisons to Digidaigaku, and you know how that did. It's going to be a free mint, and the following on this just keeps getting bigger and bigger. As of right now, you can still go on their website and apply to be whitelisted. I definitely would do that if I were you. As of recording this video right now, they just opened up their Discord and they're already over 5k people, like really fast. There's a lot of characters in the game. The ones they've announced so far are Koa and his pet robot Eve. Every AMA that they do has like 2,000 people attend it. Their team and founder is super active on Twitter, and this drop coming up is going to be the Genesis, and they claim to be one of many. This first one and likely some other ones are going to be on Ethereum, but some of their tweets imply that the future ones may be on a layer 2. The group behind this is Mino Games, and they've already released a handful of mobile games in the past, including this one, Mino Monsters, which operated for like 5 years. It was pretty popular and was really similar to Pokemon, where you could evolve different types of monsters and battle. Free mint, big plans, huge following, and really popular. This one is definitely a possible banger. Next up is Plooshies. It's a pretty early project. It has less than 8,000 followers on Twitter right now, but I've been following it for a while. It's a small supply 3D animated project, and their tweets get a lot of interaction. They're calling it an interactive multi-dimensional NFT storytelling adventure. Information is coming out slowly, but if you check their website out, they put a lot of time into this. This is really cool. You can turn different pages. There's puzzles you can play like this one. Hey, I did it. You know, one of my team members actually sends me pictures of feet, and this really, never mind. But seriously, when I see a cool little website like this and people put time into it, it usually means they put time into everything else too, so keep an eye on it. Next up is another really early project, about 2,500 followers as of right now, Fethers. A collection of NFTs where every piece is a unique species of bird. It looks like the whole collection is animated, and honestly, that's about all the information there is. The reason why it came to my attention is because the person behind it is the co-creator and artist of Dippies. The Dippies art was really popular, and the project did pretty good. As with most projects in this market, the floor price for Dippies used to be a lot higher, but it has 9,000 Ethereum trading volume. So you know what that means? I'm interested in these birds. Next up is a really interesting one. It's a Japanese project, Enishi by Kazushi. The word Enishi in Japanese means bond. The project wants to create a world without any walls. They want to focus on community, art, and telling the world about Japanese culture. The artist is Kazushi Fuji. The artist has done work for a lot of different NFT projects, and the floor prices on some are pretty decent. They've also collaborated with a lot of Japanese projects, as you can see here, including some big well-known ones. Let's see where it goes. The next one up is another Japanese project, and it's really early. Captain Tsubasa, the ball is our friend. If you have never heard of Captain Tsubasa, that means you have probably never watched anime in your life. And if that is the case, I am sorry, you're wrong. But back to the NFT. This project is official, has the right to the IP, and literally just started marketing like 30 minutes before I recorded this video. It has some footage of an interview with the manga author, and you can actually go on their website and apply and participate in this event that they have for a chance to get a whitelist. Based on the fact that this event is going all the way to the end of February, I'm assuming that this project is not minting till at least March. It looks like the NFTs are balls which can be rotated in different directions, and it'll have scenes of the manga on it. Kinda cool idea and official. Let's see how big it gets. We got an even earlier one, Martian New Frontier. about 600 followers. This is supposed to be a Web3 open world MMO, free to own, cross-platform. Again, there's very little information about this. You can see different clips like this if you look on their Twitter, including some screenshots like this, and this, and this. The studio behind this game also did Warhammer 40,000, A Lost Crusade, which is a AAA game. Their goal is to make a 4X game, which basically means that it caters to a lot of different playstyles. Open world RPG, building simulation, strategy, all of it. They're not talking about minting or an alpha for the game until Q2 of 2023, and I'm not even 100% sure what blockchain they're going to be on. Maybe Ethereum, maybe IMX, but this one looks pretty legit. I want to watch it and see what happens. Next up is another early one, less than 1,000 followers, DiscoballHQ. If you look at their website, it's done really well. This is a storytelling NFT experience, and there's a lot of people on staff and involved with this one that have experience in other things. The story architect has worked on Lone Star for Fox, Awake for ABC, Mind Games for ABC, Halo for Paramount Plus. The artists are well known, the musicians are Grammy nominated, and it's Storyco's first project. Storyco is an open storytelling platform. Over 60,000 people signed up for this, 24,000 Discord members, and they just funded a $6 million seed round. Their goal is to have the NFT be an immersive storytelling experience, decipher clues, solve puzzles, participate in different things, and be a part of the narrative and story. As of right now, you can go on their website and apply to get a story pass to become involved. I'm not sure if that's a whitelist or if everybody can get one, but you should definitely check it out. I think fun NFTs with story and lore and interesting stuff going on is really the trend that people want to see right now. The next one up I'm interested in is Shatterpoint. Usually I only talk about pre-mint projects, but this is a free-to-play mobile game, Web3 built on Polygon. And this alpha footage just came out recently. Shout out to Omega Alpha holder Sammy Person for showing it to me. This looks really dope. I think a lot of times in the NFT space, traders and collectors get so excited for a mint, and then once it's done, kind of quickly move on to the next thing. But as Web3 gaming develops, there are going to be a few standouts, games that are actually fun. And it's very possible that if you're involved in them early, you can make a lot of money. If you want to learn more about Shatterpoint, you can check out their Twitter or their Medium page. This was a free mint, and a couple weeks ago, the floor price was about 50 Matic. Now it's all the way up to 90 Matic. I don't pretend to be an alpha caller. I'm not going to make any crazy bold predictions, but this one does have a chance of really blowing up. So I'm going to hold on to my founder hero and see where it goes. The next early project I want to mention is Midnight. I guess it's really more of an early Web3 gaming company, but I wanted to mention it. It's pretty new, not much information out, less than 2,000 followers. They have a Discord, but not much on it. And there's only a limited amount of information on their website about their team. But a couple months ago, they got $7.5 million in funding to build a gaming studio and platform. If you check out their LinkedIn, they're hiring for a couple positions too. I have a feeling that this company is going to be real quiet, and then you're just going to see it pop up out of nowhere. So even though it's not really an NFT or a mint, I wanted to at least put it on your radar. You never know. The next project I want to mention here looks pretty interesting, 2219. Their Twitter kind of popped up out of nowhere a couple weeks ago with a lot of cool looking videos like this, and some teasers and art like this. It's also been mentioned a few times in alpha groups that I'm in, and it's backed by Mechachain. Mechachain is a futuristic Web3 mobile game, and it has almost 150k Twitter followers right now. It looks like they're incorporating NFTs and Web3 into Mechachain through 2219. It looks like everything is mostly in development and there's not a ton of information out. But Mechachain has a lot of partners on their website, and it looks like they already have a 500 supply of Mecha Lands, which is an NFT with a 0.32 floor price as of right now. Like I always say with a lot of these P2E games, once a couple come out that are really fun and really cool, it's going to blow up and really open up people's minds to what's possible with Web3 and blockchain gaming. Maybe it'll be 2219 and Mechachain. Next up is Starfall, another game, another early project. Starfall Arena is a Web3 MOBA game. They're trying to create a fun game with fast-paced battles. They claim their team has worked on some other things, and right now their Twitter has about 6,500 followers. They show some art about some different lore and characters on their Twitter, but there's not too much information available besides that right now. However, even though they don't have a monstrous amount of Twitter followers, there are a lot of followers I know, from influencers to connected people to collab managers. And honestly, when I see that many people I know following a project, I'm bullish. The next one up I'd probably put in a very interesting category. It's a Marilyn Monroe based NFT. Shout out to my team member Zenuity for showing me this one before I saw it in any other group. This is done by Z-Blocks. It has done some other art based drops before, and this project specifically is minting on OpenSea. Lately OpenSea projects have been doing really well, and art based NFTs are definitely trending again. Their Twitter has around 4,000 followers right now, so I guess I could say it's early as well. But either way, all you have to do is go to their website and there's an allow list application button, and you just have to answer a few questions. Always got to keep an eye on Marilyn. Also, as an honorable mention, even though I've talked about these 4 projects before, I wanted to at least bring them up here again one more time. Yogapetz, AI Arena, Momoguro, and Symphony. If you're in this space, you've probably heard about all of these already, but these are definitely all on my possible banger list, and they're ones that I'm personally keeping an eye on. And with that, you've reached the end of the video. Please hit that like and subscribe button below if you want to see more content like this. Omega Alpha puts out 1 to 2 videos a week on YouTube, in addition to a lot of Twitter giveaways. Obviously, if you're an Omega Alpha NFT holder, you make out better than just about anybody. And yes, that was a shameless plug. But feel free to follow us on Twitter and check out the links below if you want to learn more about Omega Alpha. Links for everything I mentioned in this video will also be below. And make sure you stay safe out there in the Web3 space. Don't let FOMO get the best of you. If you're not experienced enough to make good secondary plays, the best way to get into profits is get whitelisted, ask questions later. Take profits where you can and make sure you're comfortable with any risk before you take it. And with that, peace out.